Well, hello, welcome again to a reading through of Plato's Apology of Socrates, and I got up to chapter 30, and this in the numbering system is 39c1. So this is after the penalty of death has been stated, and Socrates is having, as usual, the last word. And this particular little section, it's fairly short, but it's quite pungent really, and he's speaking specifically to the ones who imposed the death penalty upon him. Todide metatuto epithume humin kres moidesai o kata psephtisamenoi mu. So literally the matter after this, so sort of now after all this, epithumo, from epithumia, I desire to make a prophecy to you. This is from Kresmos, and the oid here is that from singing, the aido, to sing, so it's to chant a prophecy literally, which is what prophecies often were. They would chant them, the priest would chant a prophecy. So as regard all of the things after this, I desire to prophesy to you, O you who have condemned me. So he's speaking specifically to the ones who condemned him. Kaiga Amy Adi and Tautha en Homalista. Let's go to a new page. For I am now here, so at the stage in which, you could supply chrono, at the time in which, so it's something like, for I am now at a stage at which especially anthropoi kres modusin, at a stage at which men especially chant prophecies, whenever melosin they are about apothanesthai, future infinitive, whenever they are about to die. So this is an appropriate time, he says, to make a prophecy, because I am about to die. Famiga o andres hoi eme apectonati. For I say, gentlemen, you have put me to death, literally. We have to translate, it's from apoctano, we have to really translate this as having condemned me to death. For I say, O gentlemen, you who have condemned me to death, and after fami we have an accusative in infinitive. So I say that vengeance or revenge, hexane, future infinitive, from heiko, is about to come upon you, euthus, immediately, metatonemon thanaton, after my death. Much kalepoteran, comparative, much harsher by Zeus than literally such a revenge in respect of which you have put me to death, or you have condemned me to death. In other words, you're getting revenge on me by putting me to death, and he now says there's going to be an even harsher vengeance for you, even harsher than this condemnation of death. You have to paraphrase a little bit here to get it into English. Nun gatuto ergastai oiomenoi men apalaxestai to didonai elenkontu biu todehumin polu enantion apobasetai hos ego fami. Now he uses this verb apolasso, which means to separate from. It can mean to escape from, to get away from, to make a separation between, and so on. So for now, you have wrought this, you have done this thing, thinking, and then we get a men, and there's a de, thinking on the one hand, literally to be about to escape, that you will escape, and then we get an infinitive, from giving elenkon, or perhaps a testing of your life. So take this as one whole expression here, to give an account of your life. So thinking that you will escape having given a test or an account of your life, and then there's the debt. But on the other hand, apobasetai from apobino, it will turn out for you very much the opposite. Hos ego fami, literally as I say, so perhaps in my opinion. Pleus esontai humas hoi elencontes. So those making trial of you will be even more. In other words, there'll be even more people making trial of you. Those whom nun ego kataken, whom now I, this is imperfect here, I was restraining. But you, uk I stanes there, you did not realize, you did not perceive it. Kai kalapoteroi esontai hosso neoteroi asin. For by the amount in which they are young, so inasmuch as they are young, they will be, perhaps younger is comparative, they will be even harsher. So they, it's almost inasmuch as they are younger, they will be harsher. And you, agonactacity from agonactio, to be irritated, to be annoyed, you will be irritated or annoyed or upset, malon, even more. Ega oieste apoktenontes anthropus episkesein tu onedisdain tina human hoti uk orthos tseti kalos dia noes there. For if you think that having killed men, episkein, you will perhaps suppress or hold back anyone from reproaching you because you do not live orthos correctly. Kalos dia noes then. Literally, you do not think well. So he says here, for if you think that having killed men, you are about to restrain or hold back anyone from reproaching you because that you do not live rightly or correctly, well, something like, have another think. You've got to be joking. You do not think well. Uga est haute he apolage uti panu dunatai uti kale ala ekene kai kaliste kai reiste me tusalus coluane al hiaton parascu adsdain hopos esti hos beltistos. For, now this is the apolage, again, is this separation or perhaps escape, might be a good way of translating this. For this will not be, sorry, this is not, I should say, a means of escape, nor is it very powerful nor noble, i.e. putting people to death, I think he means here. So this putting people to death is not a good means of, is not a powerful or good means of escape, but that one, I think he means here living well. Well, he's going to explain it in a minute, but that is also the noblest and easiest. May not coluane, this is a word meaning to oppress or cut short, curtail, not to oppress or curtail others, but to make preparations or prepare yourself as to how, in what way it will be best. Now, hos beltistos is hos plus a superlative, as best as possible. So it's how or really for the esti, it's how it will be, but it's really how you will live in as good a way as possible. So just to quickly do that bit again, it's a bit tricky that. So for this is not a means of escape, neither is it very powerful nor noble, but that, which I'm about to tell you, which is both most noble and easiest, and that then is referring to what comes here, not to oppress or curtail others, but to prepare yourself so that it will be as good as possible, literally. Tautomenon humain tois katapse menois manchusamenos apolatomai. So he's used this verb apolasso or apolato in Attic quite a few times in this section. So therefore, having prophesied these things to you, the ones who have condemned me, apolatomai, I am escaping, almost I am departing, I am taking my leave. And that is the end of chapter 38.